get another one who look just like you or better. It has been so long, okay? I don't think I've posted anything since April, or was it before that? I think it was before that. I don't remember. But I am deep in the program right now, okay? I'm in Foundations of Nursing. I'm on test 2, so I just finished test 2. Everything is going pretty good. It's been a roller coaster already, obviously, by the title of this video. But you guys, I was actually in the process of working on an entire video, and life just happened, and I was like, you know what, I gotta post this video before I post the next video. But this video is what you think it's about, what you see on the title. The next video I'm actually close to finishing. It's focusing on clinicals and hospital rotations and studying labs, everything that's going on for me right now. Learning how to give shots and injections. So all that's gonna be in the new video that I'm actually working on right now. It would have been up earlier, but as you can see, it's not. So by the time of this video, yeah, it has been so much going on in my life. I actually wrote notes on my computer that I'm finna look at while I talk to y'all, but I just felt like I needed to talk to someone else who may be going through something crazy while they're in nursing school. Okay, I went through a really, 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 really bad breakup. Okay, the worst. I was with this guy for almost, who is outside? Okay, 3 to 4 years. I'm really not sure at this point. We've been on each other all our life, and we went to church together. What a coincidence. And he just was such a nice person to me, and I saw him as different from other guys. That's my turtle making noise. But so when he got to college, everything just changed, and like it was just weird because he changed to like a totally different person. And so obviously, like, I've been very focused in school since I started college because I've been trying to get in the program. Now I'm in the program, and now I'm trying to flourish in the program and graduate and become a nurse, a good nurse, and that takes a lot of dedication. You know, this is something I really want to do. But while I've been trying to hustle and grind over here, I've been, you know, just kind of expecting this guy to, you know, be on the one with me, and he wasn't at all. He's been crazy, but like there have been moments where we'll like settle down, he'll apologize, and we'll get back together, and he'll be the perfect boyfriend. So this man has been cheating on me for God knows when. And let's just say that he was talking to 2 girls at one time, me included, and like there was no warning, if that makes sense. That man was talking to 2 girls at one time. I had no idea. The other girl had no idea. And it was just horrible because like this man would still call me, like, you know, he was still giving me emotional support, still pretending like he loved me and like nothing was wrong. And like I said, I depended on him for lots of emotional support. And for some of you all, like in nursing school, I don't know y'all's story, because so many people in nursing school, like, you know, some girls have husbands, some girls are 30 and up and have kids and stuff like that, and that's totally other stuff like that. I have no idea how that affects you, because I can't even imagine, and I thank God I'm not married to this guy. But so I depended on him a lot for emotional support, because in nursing school, you don't have a lot of friends. So, like, your going out time, a lot of times is going to consist of this guy. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be like that for some of you all, but for me, like, first off, I'm not even at a big university. I'm not at a community college. I'm at a small medical college. Like, put it like this: there's no extracurricular, there's no music, there's no sports, there's nothing. It's just school, nursing school at that, or allied health, or pre-med. But there is nothing else. So the only extracurricular we have is like worship, and because it's a Christian affiliated school. So it's not like I can't make friends there, but a lot of your friendships are going to be school based. Whether you're at a school, I can't even talk. Whether you're at a small nursing college or not, most of the people you're surrounded around are going to be people in nursing, and y'all are just going to have like a strict relationship between school. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that is nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, you're a nurse, you're a nursing student, you're not gonna have time to go to no parties with nobody. No way. You don't really have time to talk to these people leisurely. You may be able to like get a few words in about your personal life, and they may be able to get a few words in as well, but for the most part, y'all gotta work on this work. Y'all trying to study, y'all trying to go to clinicals. You and your friend group are not worried about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And nursing school does not allow you to have to worry about other stuff, if that makes sense. You really need to be focused, and that's just what it is. So back to the guy. So I was like completely surprised. I think that was the biggest thing for me, because I wasn't expecting that, because I had done nothing wrong, and this man was like just blatantly cheating on me completely, like had a whole other life like that I had no idea about, like full on, and to me that compromises your health. We don't have to go there, but honestly, like, so it's more than just cheating. Like, you worried about everything. Like, this man is being intimate with someone that's not healthy, for you. And that's another thing. And I worry about everything, so that's another thing that I was worried about, so I was just completely distraught. Okay. I really just wanted to give up, because I just kind of equated my happiness with this guy, and that's not good. But it happened when you're not expecting that to happen. It really feels like it's taken over your life, especially like you're a young girl. Like, oh my God, like, really. So what I can say for advice: don't give up. That's the biggest thing. Do not give up. Someone told me not to give up, and so I'm gonna say that here. Don't give up. Okay? And that's nothing but the devil, because like, this is your future. And the reason why you want to give up, like, it's normal to feel that way, because that's all you think about. Like, I promise you, I could not study at all. I could not study. I was having so much trouble trying to pay attention. Like, trying to pay attention during class, trying to pay attention to the lectures, trying to pay attention to the book work. It just got to the point where I was like, I just want to go to sleep, and I was so depressed. So if you are in this situation now, I'm telling y'all, before I start, I was in this boat, okay? And it was like maybe a week before the test. Now, if any of you all are in nursing school and y'all know what's up, you can't wait till the week before the test, okay? There's no way. Not that there's no way, but you're in a pickle. If it's 1 week before the test and you having trouble reading, really, honestly, the week before the test needs to be review week. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that. So you haven't finished your readings. You haven't even started on some of the sections. I think there were 4 more sections I had to go over. I'm sorry, 3. You got to figure something out. And you still got to show up for clinical or lab. So I'm going to give y'all some tips. This is what helped me. So number 1, the biggest thing, okay, I have my tips like out of order. I don't even know why. But one of the first things that got me was getting out of the house and changing your schedule. Do not stay in the house, because I remember when I went through the breakup and the initial heart pangs and all that, and I did not want to leave the house. I had not left the house in so long, and my excuse was that I needed to do my work, which is true, but I wasn't getting my work done. I would just sit at my desk, cry, and then go in my bed, cry, and then try again. It was just horrible, you know. I'm telling you, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we've already established that it's nearly impossible for you to get your work done at home after a breakup. So don't even think that, because I'm gonna tell you something like this. I'm sitting at my desk right now. I used to talk to my boyfriend at my desk because he would be at school. You know, we were kind of long distance for a while. He would come home, and you know, we would still talk on the phone all the time. You got to get out of your home, get out of your comfort zone, because most likely this is where your boyfriend was. Either he came to visit here, either he spent a lot of time in your room, or just on the phone, you know, because as nurses, as nursing students, like when we talk to people, usually it's on the phone. You doing your work, they just sitting there watching you do your work. I don't know if that's true for others, but that's true for me. Like, I don't really have time to chit chat, you know, so we are on the phone, and you know, it's like a comfort blanket. My boyfriend was my comfort blanket on the phone at my desk, and I'm just comfortably doing my work, glancing over, hi boyfriend, you know, like, so you just went through a horrible breakup. This man been cheating on you, and it's hurting you, and you thinking about it. Don't sit at your desk for a little while. Get out. And you know, even if you need the help of your friends, because I think that one of the first things my mom did was take me out my room, and we actually, like, we did a lot of stuff. We actually went to my aunt's house. We went to this restaurant, like, and it could have been for like only 5 hours, but just that, bam, like, it made me get to this work. You know what I'm saying? It made me say, okay, I put my hair up and I was like, let's go. And I actually was doing a case study. Yeah, I took my work with me. So that's a tip. Take your work with you. Get out the house, but go to Panera for a few hours, or go to Starbucks. Do something. I wouldn't recommend going necessarily to a friend's house just because you don't want to be prompted to talk about what you're going through. You just need to get out of your comfort zone. But you're not in your house. You're out of your comfort zone. So it kind of makes you think, I'm another person. I'm someone else right now. Or, you know, I'm getting to this work right now. What happened yesterday? I don't even remember. I'm focused on this. The second tip, get all your work done, even if you haven't studied. So even if you know that, you know, you're not on track with the studying, or you're not, you know, where you want to be. Like, I don't know about you all, but I make a study schedule. So each week I'm going over a different block, and we usually have like 2 or 3 different, I guess you could say, topics before the test. So each week, like, I'm going over one topic. So like I said, during the breakup, I was completely behind at least 3 weeks. I'm not really sure, but don't get caught up on that. Get your work done. So like I was saying, I took my case study over my aunt's house, took it over to the restaurant, everything. Take your work with you. Use your phone, utilize your phone, you know, but just get your work done. That's the least you could do for yourself, because it's kind of like faking it till you make it. Okay, so the third tip, probably one of the most important tips, it's time to crank that soldier boy and make a study schedule. For real. So just for me, I have OCD a little bit, like a little. I'm just a little compulsive, and that's just me. I'm a compulsive girl, whatever. So, this was kind of stressing me out. Okay, all this was stressing me out. So what I did was, I just took a regular spiral notebook, clear page of white, just a white page, and I just wrote everything I needed to do. So for you all, if that's something you may want to do, like, don't get so caught up on what time and all this stuff. Make a study schedule. Make a study schedule with everything that you need to get to before the test. Kind of simplify it. And I can't really say how you could simplify it because that's really up to you. But like, for example, when I create notes, I can't even talk. When I create notes in my book, I write it in my iPad and I write notes as I'm reading. And that can take a while. It may take 5 to 6 hours to really get to really finish that, which is why I split it up through the week. But here we are, we're broken up with, we're sad and depressed. So that's a little difficult. So I had to resort to actually highlighting in the book. So that could be part of your study schedule. Make sure you add break times, sticky notes. You know, it's about, how do I say this? I don't want to say quantity versus quality, but it's about getting it done. Every resource, you need to at least pick something from it. Get something from each resource. So these ATI books are probably the easiest read because they're like 3 pages, but it has some really good information. So I would pay most of your attention here. Not most, but pay attention to this. A lot of the online ATI readings have videos. Understand, baby, you may not be able to get to all the videos, okay, because of time constraints. So don't be so bad on yourself. And I think one of my teachers was saying, you know, this is how it's gonna be as nurses. She told the whole class, like, understand you may not get to everything when you want to get to everything, but you know, we teach you all to kind of hold it together and just kind of make the grade, do well. But you know, I can't really explain what she was saying, but she was saying, like, don't be so hard on yourself if you don't get to everything.
I just want to say, it matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others. Thank you.
Don't be afraid to skim. I think I already said that. Like I was saying, no note taking. Some like, if you take a lot of notes like me, my hand be hurt. Sometimes like one journal will have like 50 pages of notes for one chapter. I made 50. So it's like I'm basically rewriting the chapter. Hey, what can I say? It's better to like put things in my own words. But if you make a lot of notes, this may be hard for you, but you really need to just kind of get it together, focus, and hesitate taking notes, and just kind of get used to highlighting. One of the best tips ever when it comes to this, practice questions. There are practice questions in every book. There's practice questions at the end of your ATI lessons, and it has the explanations on this page or wherever the answer key is. Should be on the next page of this. Go through each practice question, but don't just go over the practice question. Go over the right and wrong answers and why they're right and wrong, because they will give you really good information. Stuff you may not have even caught will be on the practice questions. They have practice questions in the book. Utilize those. And there's practice questions in your ATI online. The ATI online are the best. I would still utilize the book and the ATI, but the ATI online, those are, most of the time, that's what the test is going to kind of look like, because it's the NCLEX. They're really getting you ready for the NCLEX anyway, so kind of want to get used to test taking and the way that they're asking the questions on the ATI online. um, in accordance with whatever lesson you're going over. Now, I don't really look at the study guide because the study guide to me is not, it's just kind of like stuff you should already know. It's always just kind of a mess. Like, it's just always like, oh, duh, of course I'm supposed to know what this means, you know, but yeah, you take what you get. I would not recommend looking at the study guide just because a lot of times, you know, people will rely on the study guide and make a bad grade because there's other stuff that you kind of need to know that can fall under the cracks. And if you pay too much attention to the study guide, first of all, you've wasted time, and you're only getting maybe 25% of what you should know based on the study guide. Because the study guide is just supposed to, like, you're supposed to look at it while you study to make sure you're getting everything and you can explain it to somebody else. To me, that's what a study guide is for. But if you sit there and try to, like, fill out a study guide to the T and study that, even if you make 30 pages on that study guide, you're probably going to make 70 at best, just because, like, one thing on that study guide actually means 5 things, if that makes sense. And I hope that makes sense. Did I download the study guide? I don't even know. Okay, y'all, I'm not sure if I'm on the 3rd or 4th tip, but talk it out with somebody. I was blessed with great parents, and I'm an only child, so a lot of times, like, I have to talk to my mom. Like, my mom is like my sister, and she gets tired of me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but, like, I'm sure she does get tired of me, but you really need to have somebody in your corner to talk to, because it's gonna hurt really bad, and you need to be able to talk to someone who's gonna understand and be on your side. Somebody who's not going to be opinionated, and somebody who's just going to be a good friend. Now, if you were married to this guy who cheated on you, that's difficult. Like I said, he was one of my only best friends, which is not good. But, so, the person who I would usually talk to about stuff was the one who cheated on me. So, yeah. But even if you need to talk to yourself, do it. And another thing that really helped is support groups. So like I said, my mom, of course, that's who I would talk to. But also, they have support groups on Facebook for, like, infidelity. And like I said, I'm glad I wasn't married to this boy, but it's a lot of people who have worse problems. Not to say your problems are not big, but look at other people's point of view. Some girls are married with kids in nursing school, and this man who cheated on them is financially supporting her and her kids. She has nowhere to go. You know, it's just like stuff like that where you can just pray for these people and understand, like, I'm not the only one who's going through this. Quora, I don't know if you know what that is, but Quora is like an online platform where people ask questions, and you can kind of like get a community of people who have been through what you have went through. Reddit is another one like that. All of this can provide education as well, because you may learn why someone chose to cheat on you, or why somebody tried to abuse you, or whatever. And YouTube is great, and that's why I decided to make a video, because it was so therapeutic watching YouTube videos. I didn't see a lot of girls talking about nursing school with their cheating stories, but that's why I chose to represent us who are going through it. But I did fall in love with this girl. I forgot her name, but she was pregnant, and her man left her while she was pregnant. And I watched all her videos. Like, I would watch her videos cleaning up taking my study breaks, like I would just watch her videos while I'm studying. I would listen to her videos on my TV because it's a betrayal. And like, she obviously has it worse off than I do, obviously, but it's like calming. It's like a support group. It's like, you know, somebody who's been there, who knows what you're going through, is going through something similar, if not worse. And I think she was talking about like how, you know, it sucks for somebody to leave you during such a, you know, pertinent time for you. And I feel like the same way in nursing school, like, this is such a very detrimental time to do anything like that, you know, because I'm trying to get a degree. You know, this is difficult. It's not pregnancy, but you know, it's very difficult. Okay, and lastly, breathe. Breathe in and out because you're still here. Don't depend on him. You don't have to depend on him. That's why you're in nursing school. When this is over, when nursing school is over, you won't have to depend on no man ever in life. And that's the beauty of nursing school. That's why I'm in it. That's not the only reason why, but that's one of the reasons why, because I don't want to depend on no man. So imagine if you had to depend on him. Now get out of that imagination and get to this work, because we are not in the 1950s, okay? There used to be a time where girls had to get married young and deal with bull, and you know, men would cheat and have mistresses, and you couldn't say anything about it back then. You know, it was normal. Okay, well, guess what, you guys? It's not that anymore. You can support yourself. You can get that money. You can make the same amount, if not more, than that man who ducking off on you. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing. I'm finna support myself in what, 5 trimesters? That's like what, about a year and a half from now? I can support myself for the rest of my life. Sorry, but I can get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't mean nothing to me, boy. I can get another one who look just like you or better. That's the mindset you need to have. Because baby, you about to support yourself. And it's hard, but like, because it was hard for me to think that way, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, because my mom would tell me like, girl, you need to focus on this schoolwork, you need to focus on this money, focus on supporting yourself. And I'll be like, Mom, you know, I still have a heart, and I'm still in love with this person, and I'm so sad. And you know, I would be like, Mom, how can you just be so heartless? Well, it's not being heartless. It's compartmentalizing what is for you and against you. This man obviously doesn't love you. And if he does, he has a weird way of showing it. He needs to get his mind right. He needs to get his act together. Doing too much. And even if you were to stay with him, boo, like, you don't have time for cheating. Because I know I don't. I don't have time for it. I'm doing things in life. You may not be doing things in life, boy, but I am. So that's the kind of mindset you need to have. Like, since he had enough regard to cheat on you and not even think about you, okay, you need to have enough regard to do your work, move him aside, and don't even think about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is not as important as your future. You know? So that's the video. If there are any other tips that y'all have or whatever that y'all want to say, you can say it in the comments. But I just thought I should, you know, share what I was going through and let other girls know, like, you're not alone. It hurts so bad, but you can do this. You can pass that test that you have next week or in a few days. You can do it. If your test is tomorrow, you can do it. That's how much I believe in every girl who wants to be a nurse. Like, you can do this, you know. Forget him. You can get another one just like him, if not better. He will be better. The next one will be better. So, you have so much ahead of you. You are beautiful. You are young. You got this. And you're finna make money. And you're going to be fulfilling God's purpose as well by helping other people. You don't have time to be focused on negativity like this John over here, okay? So, that's the video, y'all.